From the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia, this is Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis. Inside West Virginia Politics is brought to you by AARP West Virginia, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain State.
Our teachers, it was quoted that said, teachers didn't want this raise. Well, what teachers said is we don't want this raise at the cost of our kids. We want to put our kids first because that's what we do every day. We always, our educators across the state of West Virginia, put their children first each and every day.
And good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside West Virginia Politics. The big news in the Mountain State this week, the second teachers' strike in 2 years. Teachers descending on the Capitol. We want to talk about this with House Minority Leader Tim Miley of Harrison County. Great to have you on the program, Mr. Leader.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
Quite an event this week, a two-day strike. The teachers went back to the classroom on Thursday. Your thoughts on this and how it may have affected the outcome of the vote on the education reform bill?
Well, as you know, the teachers went on strike when the Senate monkeyed with the bill that the House passed over and sent it back. And the fear was that the House was going to pass the bill as amended by the Senate. And it had a number of provisions in it that were objected to by the educators and service personnel throughout our state. So late on, I believe, it was a Tuesday evening, yes, the teachers' unions and the service personnel representatives called a strike. And many teachers came down here to the Capitol to protest what they thought would be a bill that would pass out of the House and go down to the governor for his signature. But when they arrived down here, I think many of the educators got the opportunity to look their delegates in the face and in the eyes and ask them why they are doing this. And many of those delegates, I believe, realized that we didn't do enough to include the input of the teachers. This bill doesn't do everything the teachers would like because we need to make it a comprehensive bill that everyone has bought into, not just some.
You raise an interesting point because a week ago Friday it was 79-21. A lot of, I believe 13 Democrats voted in favor of a bill that would have had 2 pilot charter schools but no education savings account. It seems like that bill could have passed in the Senate, but it went down there and they added up to 7 charter schools and they added back in education savings accounts. In essence, were those the poison pills? In hindsight, should the Senate have just taken the best deal it could get and leave it go?
I think so. I was one of those Democrats who voted for that bill because I believe it did a lot of good things. And it was clear, everyone knew what the issues were that were being objected to and that were creating polarization between two sides to this issue. Educational issues should never be a partisan issue. It should always be a bipartisan fix. But the Senate and Mitch Carmichael and his leadership team were so determined to stick it to the teachers, and I think in retaliation for what happened last year, that they were insistent upon including those provisions that they knew the teaching community didn't want to have in that bill. Why wouldn't you ask the teachers what we can do to help make their job easier so that they can teach better and create a more conducive learning environment?
You know, we show on the news the teachers out in the hallway very boisterous and loud chanting and making their voices heard, but I don't think viewers really understand that you could hear that in the chamber while you guys are trying to legislate. How much of a difference do you think that weighs in on people's minds when you actually hear through the walls and the doors the people out there chanting, wanting to get their way?
You know, it's interesting that you can't hear that. I don't know that in and of itself changes anyone's minds, although it does create a heightened awareness that people are there in the galleries as well as outside the chamber doors watching everything that we do and holding us accountable, as we should be held accountable to the people that elect us.
The pay raise bill is going to go back to the Senate now. There's fears among some that there will be attachments, amendments that will maybe poison it. Do you want a straight up or down pay raise bill with nothing else attached to it? What would be your message to the Senate at this point?
Well, my message to the Senate, and specifically Mitch Carmichael, is live up to your promise that you, the governor, and Speaker Henshaw made last October when 5 weeks before the election you came out, I think, as a political ploy and said that you're in favor of supporting a 5% pay raise for the teachers and service personnel. Don't renege on your promise now. Let's have an up or down vote on a clean pay raise bill and be done with it.
All right. We want to thank House Minority Leader Tim Miley, Democrat of Harrison County, for being with us. We'll continue to talk about this issue in the days ahead.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Tim. All right. We'll be back with more and a Republican viewpoint now on Inside West Virginia Politics. Stay with us.